In today's episode, Chef Kendra will show us how to make her delicious chili crisp beef lo mein using Prairie Street's beef oyster steak.
This came out pretty incredible. Dude, it's so good. It's so delicious. So, so good. Welcome to the Prairie Street Culinary Kitchen. I'm your chef, Chef Kendra, and today we're going to China-ish. I'm gonna be making for you a chili crisp beef lo mein using prairiestreet.co's oyster steak. Let me tell you a little bit about this oyster steak. It happens to be one of the butcher preferred cuts, meaning it is super tender, it has a lot of flavor, and it's one of those cuts that people kind of overlook, but the butchers always grab up really, really fast. Today, I'm going to be stir frying it in a wok, a super, super hot wok, and then tossing it up with some lo mein noodles, veggies, and chili crisp, which is like the hottest condiment right now. So if you haven't tried it, get some. All right, let's get started. So here we are at the stovetop with the wok. The wok, as you can see, is a big piece of equipment. If you do not have a wok at home, that's okay. If you have a cast iron skillet, perfect. You can use that as well. The wok is made of carbon steel. That's for a couple of reasons. One of which, it helps food from keeping to get stuck. It's also heavy duty, so it can really take the heat. You have to cook this on a very, very high heat. So I have had the wok preheating before. You can see the steam coming up, and that's fine. That's totally normal. I'm going to be cooking with avocado oil because it has a high cook point. So let's get started. It kind of moves fast, and you're gonna see me getting in there and getting out, but you wanna make sure you have your dominant hand working for you, all right? So first things first, avocado oil. So a nice helping. Good. Give it a nice little stir just to cover up as much as I can. Great. First things first, and this goes fast. Minced garlic. Ginger. Freshly cut Thai chili. I'm going to use a long handle on my spatula. Oh, you can smell it already. It smells so good. Okay, now I don't want the ginger and the garlic to cook too much, so I'm going to add my beautiful oyster steak right into it. You can see this incredible marbling. It is so tender and it cooks fast. Okay, we'll just add this right in. Start moving it around. Now I want to try and get a little bit of an even layer of the meat so that way everything cooks at the same time. Also, the other thing with wok cooking is that you do kind of have some nice areas on the wok. So if I feel like the center of it is cooking too much, I can push it up to the sides, and that will help give it a moment to not be right on top of that flame. Okay, give it a flip. I want to get a nice color, caramelization on the meat. All right, so something important for right now. I have the wok on a lower flame. The reason is that I actually want to really taste the delicious meatiness of the oyster steak. So I actually want the juices to come out of the beef a little bit more. If I were cooking it on a high flame, it would cook super fast and actually dry out a little bit. So I want to cook it on a lower flame, let the juices of it come out because they're going to be so important when I get the sauce and the noodles together, okay? So we will be pumping up the heat, but right now, lower heat to cook the meat so I don't overcook it. And you can see those beautiful juices. So I'm gonna remove the beef. I'm gonna try and leave as much of the juice in here as possible. So now the heat is up on this. You can see those juices are still there, but they're starting to thicken up, so I better move quickly. Noodles in. It is important to note that these noodles were pre-cooked to an al dente, which means that they had a little bit of a bite to them. So I undercooked them by about maybe like 2 to 3 minutes, but just make sure that you read your packages. Now, I'm gonna add in just a little bit of sauce here. I pre-made this. It is a 1/4 cup soy sauce, a 1/4 cup sesame oil, which makes it Chinese, and then about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, okay? Just a little bit. Give these guys a good toss. Oh yeah. And notice how they're not sticking. If this pan was too low or these were too gummy, they would stick right to it, but it ain't happening today, folks. Not here, not on the Prairie Street Culinary Kitchen. These are done. Plate these up. Moving right along. Oyster steak back in. Par-cooked string beans. Par-cooked means I just cook them part of the way. If you wanna pre-cook them in some boiling water for just like a couple of minutes and then stop them in ice cold water, great. Otherwise, just par-cook them really quickly. Go right in. Some more of that delicious sauce. Just a dab. Give it that stir. I love this smoke coming off. I feel so authentic. All right, last but not least, spring onions cut on the bias. Sprinkle them in. And off the heat. And there you have it. The Prairie Street Culinary Kitchen Chili Crisp Beef Lo Mein. And now it's time to taste. I am so excited for this dish. Not only do I love Chinese food because it's so yummy, but I love it because you saw how fast all of that came together. And that's really a lot of like what we do here at the Prairie Street Culinary Kitchen is we want to make sure that you have the same confidence that we have when we're creating these recipes for you. Not just the confidence, but the right tools in your toolkit, starting with the product, the meat. So make sure that you go over to prairiestreet.co, our new website that is beautiful. You can get everything there. You can watch the videos, you can print out the recipes, and more importantly, you can order the meat from there. We ship nationwide. It could not be more simple than that. So without further ado, I'm gonna dive into my delicious beef stir fry with lo mein noodles. I'm gonna try the beef first, and then I'm gonna dive into some of this amazing chili crisp. All right, because I always like tasting the meat first. Yes, I still get really excited when I cook things really well, and I did. All right, the oyster steak. I have to say, aside from being really tender and really juicy, it is actually a little bit of a sweeter piece of meat because it is so tender. So, so good. Now, I'm gonna add on the chili crisp that makes it the chili crisp beef lo mein. Chili crisp is the hottest, meaning the most popular condiment right now, okay? It's not too spicy, it's actually like a little sweet, but it has chilies, obviously, toasted garlic, toasted ginger. Oh my God, it's so good. I put it on everything, like everything. All right, I'm gonna put this all on. Again, I'm not afraid. All right, now you gotta give it a good little zhuzh mix. I have to say, this came out pretty incredible. Jade, it's so good. It's so delicious. Chili crisp beef lo mein. I really, really hope that you try this. It makes a great weeknight meal. That oyster steak is so perfect. I hope that you will continue to join us, follow us, like us, subscribe on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Prairie Street Co. New videos every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Go on to our website, prairiestreet.co. Not only will you be able to buy everything there, but you can watch the videos. You can interact with us. Send us an email. Tell us what you like. Leave some comments. Print out the recipes. Try some new variations at home. I'm gonna go dive back into this before the camera crew does, and I'll see you back here soon. Thank you.
Subscribe to our channel now and set your notifications so you don't miss our latest recipes and chef-led tutorials. Then head over to prairiestreet.co to shop for your next big meal.